Chakra Attunement, and it is the 6th of the month, 6th of the 6th month, 2026, a lot of sixes. So we're breathing in and breathing out this morning, surrounding our body in a container of light above the head, below the feet, in front of the body, behind the body, to the right and the left of the body. So as you continue to breathe in, those first few, we breathed in, held the breath at the top of the breath, let it out of the mouth with sound, and now we're just going to a nice balanced Samavriti breath, breathing in, pausing at the top of the breath, breathing out, pausing at the bottom of the breath. Breath in, pause, breath out, pause. And opening with the prayer to Kuan Yin. Dearest Lady Kuan Yin, I call on you to help me love and accept myself fully. I ask that you grant me a full measure of compassion for myself and for others, and I pray that those suffering in the world can see and feel your loving presence. I pray that hardened hearts will melt in the presence of your compassionate understanding. I pray that the waters of grace and compassion that you pour on the earth will nourish the seeds of love and compassion in all hearts, creating gardens of beauty within all living beings. It is my intention to nourish the garden within myself through prayer, meditation, and right thinking. In my heart, my garden flourishes, spilling over and filling my world with the fragrance of the garden. Thank you, dear Lady Kuan Yin, for your presence in my life and in my world. And back a while ago, it was about a year ago, we did a 10-week series on positive affirmations and talked about kind of the root of where they came from and how they can help. And one of the affirmations was, where my focus goes, energy flows. And the gift of mindfulness and the practice of mindfulness that we use when we're conscious helps us watch our thoughts, and your thoughts just continuously kind of go through the mind and the brain, sending out energy. And when you start to notice what you're focusing on, you'll start to recognize what kind of energy that's bringing into your moment, into your world, into your life, and into those patterns. So think about that for a minute. Make this statement again: where my focus goes, my energy flows. So if we're focusing on being worried all the time, or we're focusing on being so uncomfortable with the uncertainty of the future, or we're focusing on something like this prayer to Kuan Yin, inviting us to be compassionate, reminding us that the spiritual beings are there and we can be grateful. There's so much in this little prayer that Kuan Yin gave us: self-acceptance, compassion, acceptance for others. The recognition of some of these attributes are steps in being able to come to a more peaceful, balanced space in our life. So the mindfulness, when we come together with these circles, whether it be on the full moon or a couple of times a week for our chakras, we are strengthening our connection to a focus that brings balance. Whatever you're coming to these for in your personal aspirations or intentions, those are, the group sort of intention is to become more balanced, more peaceful, more awake, more aware. And just reminding yourself of that and breathing with it, opening up the passages, meridians in the body, getting the flow to come through. These can be helpful in you experiencing a more peaceful, compassionate, and happy life, content life. Breathing in, breathing out. The outer world is always going to be shifting and changing, and so that changes our circumstances. But just like the outer world is shifting and changing, so are you. Every moment there's changes in your physiology, your nervous system, where your blood is going, what's going on in your organs. And those more subtle changes also can connect with new thoughts, new ideas, new focuses of our energy, opening up doorways and bringing us in, slightly shifting the trajectory or the path that you're on. So it's as if we were all on a boat or an airplane and we kind of set that path and let's say, I would say the majority of us have a desire to be happy and to be content in life. And there are sometimes thoughts in our minds that think can bring us happiness and contentment, and they don't necessarily do so. But in your heart of hearts and in your personal truth, there is always a knowing of where you should go or what you need to do. And if we begin to focus on more mindfulness, if we begin to focus on more compassion, more prayer, more wellness in our body, mind, and spirit, we'll start to notice that's where the energy goes. That's an adjustment that's made in our path, in our navigation of moving through the waters or the experience of life. Breathing in and breathing out. So bringing the focus to your chakras, these energy centers that align in your body, looking at the Vedic chakras, the main 7, so the root at the tailbone, the red energy, the tailbone root chakra connects you to the new healed whole Mother Earth. So you're connecting to the earth here and your sense of presence in any given moment, your sense of groundedness and safety. The belly chakra, the orange, the navel, this connects you to creation. So the sexual energy is here. That's part of creation in the physicality. This connects us to inspiration, creative abilities, the inner child, the inner sense, the orange chakra, it's at the navel area. And then as you breathe in, you come to the top of the bottom 3 chakras, and this one, the third chakra, is the solar plexus. This is a sense of self-worth, a sense of power, a sense of how you're going to move through the world. Are you going to skulk through the world? Are you going to be timid and hiding? Are you going to walk in a balanced confidence way? Are you going to be overpowering and barreling? This is the energy center. I like to think of it as the Mars in your zodiac chart. Mars is how you move in the world. Solar plexus is also your sense of self-worth and how you move forward into your day, into your world, into the moments of your life. From there, we go to the bridge chakra. So we finished with our bottom 3, the red, the orange, the yellow. We come up to the green in the center of the chest. Remember the exercise sound? Let's try it a few times. Jaw opening, breathing in through the nose, sighing out through the mouth with a deep sigh for your heart chakra, visualizing green healing energy. The plants need the chlorophyll to live. We need all that green on the planet. We need all those trees to breathe and have oxygen. So the green chakra, heart chakra, is the bridge. That brings us to connection with all humanity, connection with this vibration of love. From there, we start to move to the top 3. So the bottom of the top 3 is the 5th chakra, is the throat. That's the blue, and that's the communication. So now you're taking your energy and your heart and your groundedness and your inspiration, and you're expressing it out into the world. You're connecting in a new way, expressing with one another, with groups, influencing, and so on and so forth. And then from there you go to the third eye. This is where, when we do our little chakra attunement, we do the gratitude practice before we go into the third eye. The third eye is the place where you come out of duality and can begin to coming into wholeness, acceptance, seeing the bigger picture. So that's the vision. And also, like the throat chakra, this is communication in a different way, understanding all connection with all life. And then, of course, we get to the crown, which connects us to the higher force, the universe, the heavens force, the guides, the guardians, the things that are outside of our physical realm, as well as the hearts of one another in the physical realm. And here our connection is very universal, very spiritual. So a little bit of why we do our exercise. It's good to think about it, bring your energy back to knowing why you're doing it every once in a while. Yeah, why am I getting on that Saturday morning call? Breathing in, breathing out. So we've done our prayer to Kuan Yin. We're surrounding our bodies in the container of light, below the feet, above the head, in front of the body, behind the body, to the right of the body, and the left of the body. Nice deep belly breath, straightening the spine, connecting with the red energy. The root is a red energy. You can just march your feet a little bit, because our root chakra connects to chakras that are all the way at the bottom of the feet and connect us to the core of the earth. So as we're breathing in and out, we're visualizing red energy. Imagine connecting to the red molten core of the earth, drawing that energy up into your body, breathing in, breathing out, drawing that red energy vibration into the aura, into the container of light, and now concentrate it at your root. So we'll use a low-toned Om to wake up the chakra. The one-syllable Sanskrit mantra is, for the root chakra, is Lam, with an L. Ready? Lam, Lam, Lam. Breathing in and out. Each time you breathe in and out now, imagine straightening your spine a little bit more, aligning those chakras, one on top of the other with perfect space in between, breathing in and out. Imagine that red energy now changing to orange by visualizing orange in nature, beginning to pull that color vibration into your container of light and your auric field, and then concentrate it at the navel area. So nice straight spine. Wiggle around a little bit on the sits bones, march the feet, visualize orange, medium-toned Om. For the exercise, one-syllable Sanskrit mantra is Vam. Om, Vam, Vam, Om, Vam, Vam. Again. Om, Vam, Vam. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice deep breath. Really open up the belly and the lungs and the solar plexus and the diaphragm with your breath, breathing in and out. Start to visualize the color yellow, drawing it towards the solar plexus. This is your personal power, sense of self-worth, mentally repeating, I am worthy. Notice what comes up, what word follows it, what you maybe need to work on for more self-worth. Breathing in, breathing out. Yellow energy. Nice big sunflowers, lots of sunflowers at the farmer's market yesterday. So just imagining all those sunflowers, breathing in, breathing out. Sunflowers, yellow, solar plexus, personal power. One-syllable Sanskrit mantra is Ra for the solar plexus, and the exercise is the higher tone Om. Here we go. Breathing in and out, coming up to the center of the chest, the heart chakra, the green energy. Remembering that deep sigh is our exercise. Keep going, breathing in, sighing out. Yam is the one-syllable Sanskrit mantra. Yam, yam, yam. Yam, yam, yam. Yam. From there, the center of the chest, the green energy will move up to the blue energy of the throat. Yeah, the lion breath. So H-U-M with the lion breath. That's the tongue coming out to the chin. You flaring your paws up and wide, your hands, your fingers spreading. Kind of roar it out and notice what you notice after each sound leaves your body. What's the reaction like? Are you a little dizzy? Are you a little lightheaded? Are you feeling strong and in? If you're lightheaded or dizzy, go ahead and march. Go back to balancing your root and roaring again. I'm here. I'm communicating that I'm here and I'm grounded and I'm aligned. I have a good sense of self-worth. And compassion. And balance. Breathing in and breathing out. And the one-syllable Sanskrit mantra for this throat chakra is Hum, H-U-M. We're going to chant it now for the syllable of the chakra part. Ready? Hum, 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 hum. You practice this, the more you start to feel the peace and calm, the practice and the breath and the focus on the chakras and the focus on the elements of the chakras. This starts to bring you into some kind of peaceful balance. So you start to know why you come back and practice it over and over, breathing in and out. The massive blue of the sky. Noticing how that feels in the body. And from there we take a deep breath. That was the bottom of the top 3 chakras. And from here we just kind of furl our palms out in a position as if we were making an offering, we were giving. And we do a small gratitude practice here. Hopefully you have longer ones in your week or your day. This is a few moments of gratitude as we're moving to that third eye chakra that helps us see the bigger picture. I'm grateful for all the support. I'm grateful for this circle. Grateful for another day to practice. I'm grateful for this breath. And you can even go into looking at some of the more difficult things. I'm grateful for the adversarial energy that came up. It's helping me get more into my spiritual practice. I'm grateful for this illness, wellness. It's helping me feel gratitude for my body and gratitude for all the things that we have in our world and our life to help us care for anything that our body might need. Breathing in and breathing out. Grateful for the great teachings of the Buddhas and the Masters. Grateful for understanding impermanence more deeply. Helping bringing some peace, freedom, and courage into this life. Breathing in, breathing out. So you can start to state out loud what you're grateful for. Maybe you've been doing that already. And maybe you can feel connected to some of the things I expressed, but express your own gratitude and express it out loud with a vision. If you're grateful for someone in your life, visualize that person. If you're grateful for the food or the beauty of the planet, visualize being there. It takes the gratitude a step further and embeds it in by using our vision and thinking about it and thinking of the moment that something positive happened or something we're grateful for happened. That makes it more concrete. It makes the energy vibration more powerful. breathing in and out. So we're holding those palms up to express our gratitude. We're visualizing indigo. That's the color of this sixth chakra, the third eye. So visualize that space, night sky, deep indigo blue, breathing in, breathing out. It's a high pitch. For the exercise, the one syllable Sanskrit mantra is Sham. Ready? Sham, 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 sham. And again. Sham, 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 sham. Oh, I dropped the phone. Got carried away on that one and dropped the phone. Continuing to breathe in, breathing in, breathing out. We're coming up to the crown chakra now. And that's the wah, 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 wah. It's also the purple violet to the white light, top of the head, top of the skull, coming through, reaching up, and continue to visualize those guides, those guardians, those spiritual moments that you've had as you're breathing in, holding the palms up. When you reach the highest pitch and the sound dies out of the exercise part, allow yourself to feel the shower of light that comes back to us from the universe. We are not alone. Ready? Receiving with joy and gratitude. I receive with joy and gratitude. And once more, if I didn't say it, the exercise is wall from a low to high. Ready? Open and receiving from the universe with joy all that is good, all that is balanced. Breathing in, breathing out. The one syllable Sanskrit mantra that does go with the crown chakra is Om. And so we use this final Om together, toning it together to close the exercise today, to close our circle today, and to connect to and honor that crown chakra connection. Ready?